Okay, first things first, we'll take off the barrel cover, or the heat shield. That comes off. Screw is retained by a nut in here that I super glued in, and it screws into a hole right up in here, right there. The barrel, the trunnion is held in by M4 screws, and over here on the sides, save that. There's one on the bottom as well. Trunnion's there. Oh, while we're down here, let's take a look at something. Over here, I add in this bracket. It's the one I got it from not Harbor Freight, but Home Depot, and it's meant for like a corner of like a table or something. But I cut it down to size, and it fits right over here. Use pre-existing holes over here that holds like something on the inside. I forgot what it's called, and this hole here, just drilled this bracket here so to accept that hole there, and then drilled 2 holes and tapped so it holds the handguard in place so it doesn't come off. Oh, yeah, I remember now. These things hold in the kind of like a kind of screw thing or some kind of compression piece of metal that holds this handguard in place, because it goes in like a mushroom, but I want it permanently in place so it doesn't move. And this is what I did, and now it stays there permanently pretty good. Alrighty. Now to remove the trunnion, let's bring it closer. This is raw video. I'm not going to do any freaking editing or anything, but yeah. So I'll unscrew the barrel so you can see what I mean. Again, this is 3/4 inch. This is a 1 inch in diameter plus some, because see that barrel base? That is 1 inch diameter. It has to accommodate 1 inch. And you see how the front side is now permanently attached. A little wiggle room. There's no way to get this barrel out forward or backwards. It's very hard. So doing a barrel swab in the middle of combat is going to be challenging. But yeah, anyways, this comes out. And now I can take out the top cover. Here's the top cover. Here's the ion body here. And here's all the electronic guts from the marker. All this stuff usually goes inside the grip of the ion. But now the trunnion can come out with all the guts. Right there. Okay. It's not set up to shoot yet. I just wanted to do a video here. Now let's look on the inside. Here's where the QLoader adapter to feed the marker goes. There's a lot of clearance over here because the ion body sits actually on top of this line here. And that's the bracket there that I placed. And here's the trigger assembly over here. So what I did is that this here is the trigger, or the micro switch that is for the trigger. I permanently attached it over here with clear epoxy. Down over here, the trigger, it actually like presses on the micro switch ever so slightly. So I had to put like a little bit of epoxy bump to actuate the micro switch, but it's permanently attached. This to the lower hand grip, and the hand grip can come free as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. Here's the line that I was talking about. I don't even know if that's a micro or macro line. I don't know my terminologies, but that's the air that goes from over here to here to it goes to the, hold on, it goes to this part. I think this is the regulator. This regulator sits below the barrel inside the handguard swell area, and it'll sit in there. You can see how it goes on here. You can see it, there you go. I'm not going to push it in, otherwise it'll be very difficult for me to take it out. But yeah, and then the micro line that goes from here goes to the body, this one, right here. Goes here. And then you have the board. I'd used a, what's a Virtue board here? And it's got the switch here, which I'm going to tape, glue on the side of side over here, some way, somehow. And you can of course adjust FPS like right over here with using this screw here. I believe it's this screw, or is it this screw? I don't remember. Been a while. Anyways, that's my marker right here. Let's talk about other things here. How to get the ion body onto the trunnion itself. I believe it's like 1 inch, maybe a little bit bigger, but I drilled a hole in there, and then I use what is that, epoxy here to attach permanently the ion body to the trunnion itself. And what I did here is I slightly made this part of the ion down and this one up, so that when you shoot straight, the balls are actually going to shoot slightly up. It's just creature comfort for me. And that's how you assemble this bad boy here. Eventually, I am going to make a nutsack for this, because I do have a real, where is it, M249 magazine. Here it is. M249 magazine, box magazine right here. So because you saw it down here, there's like a hole right there. It comes over like to here, so I'm going to have to drill this part out so that I could put this magazine, box magazine, in place into its area to where it's supposed to go. I'm going to cut down the box magazine here to maybe right over here, and then cut it off right over here. And then I'm going to make myself basically an M249 nutsack with fabric in the bottom so it can hold some screws, disassembly stuff, maybe some repair, maybe a swab as well, using a zipper fabric part of it. So the zipper is going to go somewhere down here, and you can just open it up and access your tools there. And it doesn't get in the way when you hold it, because when you hold it, let's see if I can do it right now. You're going to be holding it right here. It gets in the way of the front arm if I use the original M249 box magazine. It just hits the hand arm. So if I cut it down slightly shorter on this end, it'll feel a little better. Yeah, there we go. That's my M249. So for all of you who have been looking at making this yourself, or seeing other people and they wondering how the hell did they do that, I mean, this gives you kind of like an insight of what they did, how they do it. This is how I did it. There's probably better ways to do it, but you know what, I'm just doing this in my garage, and this is just for fun. It's been a project of mine for the past 13 freaking years. It's finally come to a head where now all I got to do is swap out the O-rings and the body here, and because this 13 years, this is like 13-year-old body, plus whenever it was manufactured, and it needs to be swapped for fresh O-rings so it can hold air, and then we'll be able to shoot it. Hopefully next video I'll show me shooting it. Will I make it for you if you threw money at me? Hell no. Hell no. Do it yourself. This is a pain in the ass to do. And I don't have as much time as I'd like to do this, because life and stuff and my kid and everything. Yeah. I do have plans to make another one. So this could probably maybe be on sale. Sell it to somebody. In the future, I don't know when, but I got a lighter weight, I think it's a A&K M249 lightweight airsoft, fully functional, but I'm just going to gut the damn thing and turn it into an airsoft gun, because this thing is freaking heavy. I don't have a weight on it, but it's just heavy. The other one's got mostly plastic body. The receiver is, I believe it's aluminum, but the rest, everything is plastic, even this thing here. So it's going to be a challenge how to put an airline in the thing, so I'll figure it out, and probably have to make another Ranger grip, because I like the Ranger grip. You don't even have to use this Ranger grip. I could probably make another one here and just use a regular gangster grip here, or whatever foregrip you want, stick grip or angled grip or whatever you want to do. Thoughts on this? I don't know. I'll have to shoot it first. QLoader seems to be the most viable way of using it, even though QLoaders aren't made anymore, but I got a source from Ruts777, who actually lives here in Arizona. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, hopefully this was some good eye candy for you, and how to give you some ideas on how to make it. Lots of dremeling, lots of drill and tapping, and lots of 4-letter words. That is not PG-13. It's rated R.